Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mausam ji.
How are you, ma'am? How is
Good.
this not going on?
Yeah, carrying on.
So, what all is happening during this time?
Nothing much. In school, we've started with online classes, and there's no problem.
Ma'am, before we go further, please give a short introduction about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Bhawna Singh, Principal Delhi Public School, Etawah. And in fact, I take pride in saying that I'm the founder principal of the school.
Great.
And that's it.
Okay. Ma'am, so how are you continuing the education during this period in your school?
So we've started with online classes right from pre-primary classes to class 12, and everything is going on fine.
Okay. How are students taking it? Are the online classes as effective as the offline classes or face-to-face classes?
No, online classes, I'll say it's something new for us. It's there are pros and cons for everything new that we start, and this is absolutely technology based, where we are actually mere talking to children over the screen. And of course, classroom situation, we are trying to our best to create. Teachers are also learning this new um, technology, as well as students, parents, everyone. And eventually, I think with the passage of time, everybody is going to learn. And in fact, we all know that human beings are very good in adapting any kind of situation, and we will overcome.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what software are you using for online classes? App,
Oh,
software, or tools?
yeah. We are using the Microsoft Team app in our school, and
Okay,
it's yes.
great, great. So, ma'am, do you see the way of education changing going further, like post this period? The way education is delivered in school, will that change?
Yeah, of course. Now that face-to-face interaction is not there, so obviously there is a change. And
Hmm.
now classroom situation is also not there. Children in the classroom, they interact more, they interact with their peers, they interact more with their teachers. And here the child is only a silent receptor over here. So obviously the education pattern has changed. And in fact, somewhere or the other, I always feel that children are losing on their childhood.
Hmm.
By the method social distancing, they are distancing in all ways, even socially, emotionally also. Emotionally, I think they are losing on what is known as being compassionate, etc. That's
Right. So, I hope and pray that with parents and family, all these things, they are getting time to connect with their parents also during this time. But yes, meeting friends, meeting you all teachers and all, getting together with strangers or talking to people unknown, that is something they are definitely missing on.
yeah. And
So,
of
yes, ma'am, you
that's
are saying.
yeah. I was just saying that see this because we have the online classes, and sometimes what happens is that due to certain reasons the teacher is not able to take the class on that particular time. They do reschedule their classes. When they reschedule their classes, as a result, what happens, that discipline is broken. And when the discipline is not there, now there is like the children, uh, when they are going to school, they have to wear a particular uniform, they have to get dressed, and there is a routine in the life. But with these online classes, when the class is about to start, just 5 minutes before, they are ready for it. And then they continue with it. There's somewhere the routine is being missed on. Of course,
Right,
discipline is also a very major issue, I always feel,
right,
which
right.
lacking. Yes.
What do you think? How can this education system or what is happening right now can be made more learner centric? Because I feel this is a very difficult phase which is going on, and
Yeah.
lot of people are trying to assess how to connect with students better and how to make them more focused. All those problems are happening throughout everywhere I talk. So they are facing this kind of problem. So how can it be made more learner centric?
See, to make it little more learner-centric, study material needs to be revised. That is one thing for sure. Study material has to become more attractive in the form of PPTs or um, maybe activity based also, which the child can uh, is more interested in doing. See, if we talk about a small child, and if the teacher is totally, it is one way communication through lecture method, of course it is going to be very boring. They are going to leave their seats and run away. And because they have to be attracted towards what the teacher is teaching, so naturally there has to uh, their study material needs to be really improvised on.
So
And
I
even one more thing, parents are also playing a very major role, because if parents are there in the house, they are, if the child is not able to understand, if the parent just helps a little bit, I'm sure the child will also learn, and they will learn in a much better manner.
right. So I feel even the books need to be changed. They need to be made more learner specific rather than being an aid to teacher. Will that help?
Pardon, I did not get you.
I am saying even the way books are made needs to be changed. They need to be made more uh, for self learners instead of teacher oriented.
Yes, yes, of course. It has that all books have to become learner centric now, because see, where with little guidance the child is able to understand what he is being taught. With little, it has to become more easier. See, what we always do in education is going from the known to the unknown, which has to be practiced at every step while teaching now, so that the child will understand, and at every step. And not only that, even multiple intelligence, what we talk about, plays a major role over here. What the child may not be able to understand by, say, by experimenting, or what can be taught in a different manner. So here multiple intelligence also plays a lot of, where we have to use all kind of methodologies in for teaching a particular concept.
So, do you think the books need to have a bigger story now? Bigger story in the sense that they should be more self-explanatory
Yes.
than before?
Yes, the books and everything have to be more explanatory, self-explanatory, maybe in the form of pictures, in the form of numericals, in the form of some rhythmic concept, or whatever it is. That is what I
Right.
was trying to tell earlier.
So, and what do I guess we've had a talk before also on this when we met, but what do you think about robotics, IoT, and AI, which are being pushed big time now by CBSE and all the boards?
Yes, right. These subjects, robotics, AI, etc., they are going to play a key role in the coming future. They are absolutely, they are going to, that is the in thing. And if, see, we have to teach children that there are negative and positive uh, points to everything. Say, for example, if we are teaching them robotics or AI, the child has to be told that, see, virtues play a very important role. The child has to understand that how to use it. See, when we are teaching children to play judo also in school, the child knows that I have to use it for a good thing. What we say, that any education can be used for a negative purpose and for a positive purpose also. In the same manner, education here also, AI or robotics, that we should teach them everything, but to be taught with ethics.
So, how do you plan to introduce these subjects in your school, if you plan?
Yes, we have planned and we will definitely use. And we only hope that when the lockdown gets better, or it is just it's open, when schools open, we'll first introduce and then we'll continue with it.
Okay. Ma'am, my last question: if you get a chance to open your school for one day during this lockdown period, what all will you do on that day?
Lockdown period, if I'm asked to open it for a day during this time, I think I'll conduct a annual sports day on that, because the children are tied up in school for a very long time. I think the sports is the only way, because we can't do much of teaching, so might as well do annual sports day.
Right. Beautiful, ma'am. I guess there's something schools are missing about going out, playing in the street.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for connecting. It was a pleasure talking to you and meeting you after a long time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Stay safe.
Thank you. Same to you, sir. Stay safe, sir.